return to the Test arena. What can they achieve against a daunting opponent at home?
That's away nicely. And he's out.
The N-Power Test Series first test starts 22nd May live from Lords on ESPN.
He's bowling out. He's got it. Out. What a catch. Can it be caught? Yes, got it.
That is an amazing strike. That's beautifully placed. Oh, brilliant.
Hits Sunday on Star Sports.
Climbing the ladder. Kukoc wide open and puts it in. Oh, slammed in by the uncovered Robert Ory.
Oh, and he puts it in with 2 seconds remaining.
The NBA Playoffs Conference Semifinals, Saturday live on ESPN.
This ESPN broadcast of the NBA is presented by Sprite. All taste, no gyan.
Nestle Milo presents ESPN School Quiz. Win with Milo Energy. In association with NECC, have you had an egg today? And Alpenliebe, ji lalchaye raha na jaye.
Across India, the youth of the nation assemble in a battle of the mind. At the end of this 60-day challenge, India's Sports Quiz Champion School will be the winner. Let today's competition begin.
Welcome to yet another edition of the ESPN School Quiz. 3 more teams out of the 108 that we had selected from 41 towns all across India are here to try and take the first step forward towards becoming national champions. The winner here goes through to the North Zone semi-final, but there's a bit of a hurdle to overcome here. Let's go and meet the 3 teams that have qualified for today's preliminary round. First of all, representing Delhi today, the Air Force Bal Bharti School. On your left, Arjun Khanna. On your right, Dinesh Kapoor. Let's meet the young boys from Air Force Bal Bharti School. Still in Delhi. On your left, Jayant Pandey. On your right, Abhinav Kakkar. Last year's North Zone champions. Let's welcome St. Francis de Sales. And still in Delhi, making this a Delhi derby. On your left, Prateek Chadda. On your right, Bhavya Khanna. Let's meet DPS from RK Puram, Delhi. So then, our lineup today showing Delhi's dominance on the quizzing circuit in the north. All 3 teams from Delhi, and you can say with certainty that one Delhi team now will go through to the North Zone semi-final. Let's see which one of these 3 it will be as we go into our first round called Citius. Citius is our speed round, and in this round, we check these teams not just for their speed, but for their accuracy as well. They need to be quick and they need to be correct, and a combination of these 2 will earn them a lot of points. It's, not an easy combination, but let's put it to the test. Here we go. On the screen, you get a grid. 3, 6, and 9 is the number of points you earn. But remember, the number of points you lose as well. As the grid starts to clear, you'll get a photograph appearing at the back. 10 points if you can guess that correctly, but you need to be in control and no negatives. So guess freely on that one, not as much on the others. Here we go. We'll start with F today. F for 3 points. F for 3 points is coming up, and on the buzzers first, everyone just a bit careful here. Nobody is going for it for fear of hitting a minus. The answer was the great British Olympian Redgrave. It was Stephen Redgrave. No one got that, so no one can guess either. I'll pick another one, and I hope I don't have to pick too many. A for 3 points. Here we go. A for 3 points is this. St. Francis?
Ian Bishop.
It is Ian Bishop. So St. Francis get on the board. 0.73 of a second, but they also get to choose a little bit. There's a little bit visible there. St. Francis, take a guess.
Greg Rudetsky. Greg Rudetsky.
Give me up, up, up. Indeed it was. Greg Ruzetsky it was. Well done, St. Francis de Sales. 10 points up at the start. Absolutely critical. Now, you need to clear the grid as well. What do you choose?
B for 6.
Okay, we'll go B for 6. We're going into a 6-pointer, and the 6-pointer is your St. Francis de Sales.
Don Fraser.
Don Fraser, the Australian swimmer. Good answer, quick and accurate. That is the essence of Citius. Now, still 18 points to go.
C for 6.
Okay, we'll finish off the sixes. Here is C for 6 points and C for 6 points. DPS Arkipuram.
Greg Chappell.
Greg Chappell. So DPS get on the board as well. And looking good as well. High energy team from DPS Arkipuram. 12 points. Let's see if we can pick up any of those. 3 or 9?
3. D for
3. Okay, 3 it will be. Here we go with this 3-pointer. Never know. Could be crucial. St. Francis Sales.
Ferenc Puskas.
Ferenc Puskas. It's not good enough that you know the answer. It's how quickly you know the answer that matters. Now 9 points. Air Force Balbharti. Let's see if we can clinch this 9-pointer. Here we go. Up on your screen. And let's see who's going for it. 9, St. Francis de Sales.
Patrick Rafter.
Patrick Rafter. A little frown on his face. It had to be Patrick Rafter. And St. Francis de Sales have, as expected, made a tremendous start in that first round of Citius. Let's see what the scoreboard says. Still to get onto the board are the boys from Air Force Balbharti School, Delhi. But long way to go for you, don't worry. In second place, DPS Arkipuram with 6 points. But in the lead, they got the big 2 in that round. And 31 points up and away are St. Francis de Sales from Delhi. Very interesting reaction time chart here. If you take a look, they've been very quick as well. We've got a 0.7, we've got a 0.8. That's a time between seeing the jumbo and hitting the buzzer. But most important, nobody's got negatives. They've ensured that they knew the answer before they hit the buzzer. And maybe that's the way to go about it. And let's see if that's the strategy they follow as we go into our second round of Citius. Very quick on the buzzers were 2 of the 3 teams so far. Now, as we get into the next round of Citius, it's open season once again. Everyone can go for it. Speed and accuracy, 30 points at stake, 6 questions, no negatives. So if you've got a hunch, go for it. Air Force Balbharti, this might just be your round. Let's see. Here we go. Which national team does the Arsenal Soccer Club midfielder Gilberto Silva represent? St. Francis de Sales.
Brazil.
Brazil. They went for it quickly. Sometimes everybody knows the answer. It's who gives it first that matters. Question 2. Which cricket team won the Ranji Trophy final when it was staged in the year 2001?
Railways.
Question passes. Next was St. Francis de Sales.
Baroda.
Baroda, it was the final that was held in the year 2001. Railways lost that year, won it the following year, DPS Arkipuram. Question 3. At which Olympic Games did Mark Spitz win a record 7 St. Francis Sales?
1972 Munich.
1972 Munich. Up they came with the answer. They are very sharp, St. Francis de Sales. The question was, at which Olympic Games did Mark Spitz win a record 7 gold medals? The answer, of course, was the 1972 Munich Olympics. Question 4. Which prestigious sporting event has been won by Lance Armstrong? Air Force School.
Tour de France.
The Tour de France, they're on the board. Well done, Air Force Balbharti. 5 points. They didn't wait for the question to be completed. The question was, which prestigious event has been won by Lance Armstrong 4 times in a row? Of course, was the Tour de France. Question 5. Which team won the Soccer World Cup in the year 1982? St. Francis.
Italy.
Italy. They know it on the back of the hand. Right, St. Francis de Sales. Which team came 17th in 1974? You don't know? Okay, maybe you don't know something. Now, let's go on. The last one in this round In the 2002-2003 season, which NBA team did Grant Hill represent? Air Force School.
Orlando.
Orlando, I'll give it to you. Orlando Magic is what I was looking for. I'll give it to you. Sitting back, 2 correct answers for Air Force School. And we'll be much happier with the way the scoreboard looks now. DPS RK Puram have just slipped into 3rd place here with 6 points, but lots more to play for in this quiz, so keep your hopes up. Air Force Balbharti School hit 2 in that second round of Citius. They've gone up to 10, but in the lead and looking very good at this stage are St. Francis de Sales with 51 points. That's a lot of points to score in Citius, and you'll see why this is looking like a one-horse race early on in this competition. Based on that chart, there's only one team up and away are St. Francis de Sales, but nice little move up from Air Force Balbharti and DPS RK Puram. I'm sure I'm going to get much more from you as we go along. Those are the questions for these 3 teams. Here's one for you as well as we go into this.
Nestle Milo presents ESPN School Quiz Win with Milo Energy.
The Windies fumbled their way to another defeat in the Cable and Wireless Test Series.
And the West Indies in trouble.
While the Aussie batting lineup could do no wrong.
Lovely shot. Excellent timing.
Can the home side stop a whitewash in the final test starting Friday live on ESPN?
This cricket broadcast is presented by Pepsi. Chota Pepsi, Chota price, just ₹5. In association with TVS Victor. More smiles per hour.
Asia's most prestigious bowling tour now moves on to Thailand, featuring world-class Asian bowlers. The Aviva Asian Bowling Tour Thailand, Saturday, 17th May, live on ESPN.
It's nice to see you getting a little soft.
Get up close with Harsha Bhogle and the stars from the world of sports with their frank opinions.
When people call me world champion, I should get a tingle.
And points of view.
No, I don't want to get involved in the administration at all.
In conversation with the expert, performers who have broken barriers, gone against odds and have made that difference. Don't miss Hush Online, Tuesday on Star Sports.
Harsha Online is presented by Pepsi Blue. New, refreshing, icy blue Pepsi.
Welcome once again to this North Zone preliminary. 3 Delhi teams here, just showing how dominant Delhi are in this zone. One of them will go through to the semi-final. Talking of prizes in the semi-finals, the big one, here's one for you as well. If you can answer the question we had for you and answer all 5 that go up every week on our website, do visit it right away, espnstar.com. All prizes, all results announced in the Monday edition of Sportsline. But the prizes here have to be put on hold for a while. 2 more rounds for a start. Big scoring round. Let's go into Altius. Altius means higher. And in this round, we're going to ask the participants to answer questions based on subjects of their choice. So in a manner of speaking, we're going up the ladder just a little bit. We're going to start with DPS RK Puram. We'll get 9 subjects on the grid. 10 points if you get it correctly, 10 if you pass and get a carryover question. Choose one that you like the most.
NBA.
Okay, I'll give you a question from the NBA. Which NBA player is nicknamed The Answer? Which NBA player is nicknamed The Answer? No negatives in this.
Karl Malone.
Question passes. On the buzzer first were St. Francis de Sales.
Allen Iverson.
It is Allen Iverson. Allen Iverson it is. Now then, Air Force Balbharti School, Delhi. Your first shot at the grid.
Distinctions.
Distinctions. Is that what you get in school?
No.
What you'd like to get?
Yeah.
For the moment, I'm sure you'd like to get 10 points on this. Here's your question on distinctions. Who was the FIFA World Footballer of the Year in 1991, the year when the award was first instituted? Who was the FIFA World Footballer of the Year in the year it was first instituted, 1991? Air Force Balbharti.
Lothar Matthäus.
Is correct. Lothar Matthäus is correct. Air Force Balbharti pick up their 10 points. St. Francis' fingers were itching on the buzzer on that one, but then they always are. St. Francis de Sales.
Centuries.
Your centuries question comes from a celebrity you don't normally associate with cricket, but a big cricket lover. Here's his question for you.
At which ground did Sachin Tendulkar hit his first Test century?
Just to add to what Manoj Bajpayee said there, at which venue did Sachin Tendulkar score his first Test century on home soil? Too easy otherwise, on home soil.
Kolkata.
Question passes on the buzzer. DPS RK Puram.
Chennai.
I got two answers all merging into each other. It was in Chennai, the ground where he scored his largest number of centuries in India. Now, DPS RK Puram, let's see that big smile one more time. Indeed. Now let's see it again after you've picked a subject.
Rules.
Mystery. Okay. Now watch your mystery video clip very carefully. While you're watching it, I'll tell you what you need to do. Which former European club
enough to get used to that.
did this player start his career with?
Therefore, I'm always happy when I start because, yeah, you get to feel the game from the first minute, and that's for me much better than when I come on.
You saw a little bit of the face there. Very famous footballer. Which famous European club did he start his career with? If you know the name, you'll know who he was.
Barcelona.
Very famous footballer.
Barcelona.
Question passes. Let's see who were first on the buzzer. St. Francis de Sales.
Ajax.
And the player was?
Dennis Bergkamp.
The player was Dennis Bergkamp. The club was Ajax. They did outstandingly on that one. St. Francis de Sales, they picked it up so quickly. Air Force Bal Bharti.
Rackets.
Rackets is what they're looking for. And your rackets question is a photograph. Take a look at this photograph. Identify this woman tennis player for me.
Justine Henin.
I'll give it to you. Justine Henin is absolutely correct, from Belgium. Air Force Bal Bharti got that very quickly. And if you think that was simple, take a look at that again. It's not very easy. Now, St. Francis de Sales, you lost out on the last occasion.
Bowlers.
Your bowlers question is also a photograph. Simple as it goes. Who is this great bowler? St. Francis de Sales. Who is this great bowler?
Jeff Thompson.
Question passes. Air Force Bal Bharti were next.
Bob Willis.
Bob Willis. It was over 300 Test wickets. Bob Willis it was. And it's been an interesting round of Altius. Let's see what the scoreboard looks like. In third place at this stage are DPS RK Puram with 16 points, making a nice move up. Air Force Bal Bharti School from Delhi, they've gone up to 40, but holding on to their lead. St. Francis de Sales with 71 points. And the highlight of our scoring curve is a surge from Air Force Bal Bharti School. Watch that yellow line, it's making a big move up, but steady as ever. St. Francis de Sales, they missed their two direct 10-pointers, but got other points instead, and with a 31-point lead, they should believe they are favourites, but strange things have happened in this contest before. Before we go into a break, we've got some banners for you that the schools have prepared. Visit our website, they're all up on display there. Vote for the banner you like, might help them win a prize at the end of the competition. For the moment though, into a break, we're back with Fortius.
The ESPN School Quiz is brought to you by NECC. Have you had an egg today?
You know it.
Bowling! Good pace.
They know it.
Oh, that's got to be out. Yes, he's got it.
Australia are the best one-day side in the world.
Oh, that's beautifully played.
Can Lara's men find a weakness? The Cable and Wireless ODI series starts 17th May live on Star Sports.
This cricket broadcast is presented by Pepsi. Chota price just ₹5. In association with Blue Star, cooling solutions to help your business do better.
Holy moly.
It's hot. That's what people want to see. Sports Illustrated?
Stay tuned, because this is going to be a good one.
This program is presented by Samsung CDMA mobile phones. The future is calling. Are you there?
Through the pages of history, the UEFA Champions League is filled with a decade of glittering football.
The European
Porteous for the first time since 1985. Off that corner, it's headed, and a goal! So sharp!
No defenders. Roll round the goalkeeper. 3-0.
Join ESPN as we turn the pages when the events unfold in the semi-finals. Inter Milan versus AC Milan. Only on ESPN.
Welcome back to the ESPN School Quiz and to this North Zone preliminary. One of these three teams is going to go through to the North Zone semi-final. As I've been telling you, the first stage towards the big prize, which is the opportunity to visit a sports event of their choice anywhere in the world. It's a huge, huge prize. The journey starts here. The first verdict comes now at the end of this round, called Fortius. Fortius means stronger. And that is the quality we are going to test as these three young men come down and face me, doing it for their schools. You've got options, 5s, 10s and 20s. 10s and 20s carry negatives, so choose with care. You can use your lifeline once, use it judiciously. Here we go. We start with St. Francis because you're leading. What's your first choice?
A 5-pointer.
Okay, here is your first 5-pointer. Which English cricket county plays its home matches at Chester-le-Street? Which county? Your lifeline's looking interested. Do you want to go for it?
Durham.
The answer is Durham. Good answer. The answer is Durham. Good 5-pointer. Always feels good to start off, even if it's just 5. Now, what does that mean for you, Air Force Balbharti?
20.
You want to go straight for 20, or do you want to sit on their backs and see what happens with the 10-pointer?
20.
Okay, I'll give you your first 20-pointer. Which Olympic gold medal winning American turned to winter sports after his athletics career and won the World Cup event in the two-man bobsleigh in 1990? Not much help. Which Olympic gold medal winning American turned to winter sports after his great athletics career and won the World Cup in the two-man bobsleigh in 1990?
Jesse Owens.
Said Jesse Owens. Not quite sure Jesse Owens would have gone for the bobsleigh. The answer was Edwin Moses. The answer was Edwin Moses. You went for broke a little too early, I thought. That's your decision, though. Now, DPS RK Puram.
10. 10.
He said something else.
10.
10? You're overruling him. Oh, well, you've just been overruled. Anyway, here we go. Here's your 10-pointer. In which city would you come across the Bellerive Oval cricket ground? In which city would you come across the Bellerive Oval cricket ground? One of the prettiest grounds I've ever been to.
Adelaide.
The Adelaide Oval in Adelaide. You went by, I don't know if I misled you, it was Hobart. It's Hobart in Tasmania. Very pretty cricket ground there. Now, St. Francis de Sales.
5.
You'll stick to your 5s. You won't attempt a century.
No.
Okay, here is your 5-pointer. It's only you and me now. You've used your lifeline. Who is the first batsman to have been out for 299 in a test match? Out for 299 in a test match.
Marwan Attapattu.
Marwan Attapattu. He seems to attract the bad luck, doesn't he? The answer is Martin Crowe. The answer is Martin Crowe. Now, Air Force Balbharti.
20.
20 again. Ooh, you're going in for the big slam dunks, aren't you? With your height, you can. Here's your 20-pointer. Who are the first father and son to win Formula One World Championships?
Damon Hill and Grant Hill.
Stretching me a little bit, but I'll give it to you. Damon Hill and Graham Hill. What does Grant Hill do? Tell me, Air Force. What does Grant Hill do? Doesn't he play basketball?
No. Yeah, he does.
He does. So do you, I think, with your height. Let's go on. DPS RK Puram.
20.
Ooh, this is a season for 20-pointers. Okay, here is your 20-pointer. Which county was Malcolm Nash representing when Sir Garfield Sobers hit him for 6 sixes in an over? The first time it happened, one of the unforgettable events in world sport, if not in world cricket. Which county was Malcolm Nash representing when he was hit for 6 in an over?
Yes, Warwickshire.
No, it wasn't Warwickshire. wasn't Leicester. Kind of 17 shots at it, because there were only 17 then. It was Glamorgan. It was Glamorgan. Now, St. Francis de Sales, one final time.
A 10.
Okay, I'll give you a 10. Here is your 10-pointer. In which year were the Winter Olympics first held after a gap of only 2 years to create the 2-year gap between the Summer and the Winter Olympics? When were they held for the first time after a little 2-year gap?
94.
Did you say 1994?
Yes.
You can give yourself a little pat on the back. 1994 was a top answer. And I would have thought worthy of a 20-pointer. 1994 at Lillehammer. Very well done, St. Francis de Sales. You finished with 86. Now, Air Force, a little out of reach.
20.
You still want 20.
Yeah.
Quite like 20, don't you? You've got a 1-1 record, so why not? Here is your 20-pointer. And I believe, fairly simple 20-pointer. Here we go. Which team did Zimbabwe upset on the opening day of the 1983 World Cup? Which team did Zimbabwe upset on the opening day of the 1983 World Cup? It was quite a day. Your lifeline looks interested.
West Indies.
Now it was India that beat the West Indies. Zimbabwe beat Australia. What a day it was. Zimbabwe beat Australia, India beat the West Indies, and of course India went on to win the World Cup, so we know all about it. DPS RK to round it off.
20.
I must warn you though that if you don't get the 20, you slip into the negatives. You can still keep head above water.
20.
20. 20. Here is your 20-pointer. Which ground hosted the first ever Test match in 1877? The first ever Test match in 1877.
Lords.
It wasn't Lords.
MCG.
It was the MCG.
Yeah.
It was the MCG. It was the Melbourne Cricket Ground. But I'm happy that DPS RK can see the funny side to it. Let's take a look at the scoreboard. DPS RK might have finished with -9, but they had a great time doing it, and having fun is part of it also. Well done, DPS RK. In second place, Air Force Bal Bharti Delhi. They adopted a 20-point strategy as well. Didn't quite come off as consistently as they would have liked. 40 for them. But our winners today, and deserving winners, St. Francis de Sales from Delhi with 86 points. And the reason I say deserving winners is that they led from start to finish. There you are. That blue curve up there all on its own. And you can see the zigzag nature of the Air Force Bal Bharti School effort. And then just a little dive down back into the pool for DPS RK. But that's the way it goes. I think the best team won on the day. Why don't all of you come down in as well? Because I think you must congratulate St. Francis de Sales. I've got a small presentation to make to them. Here you are. These are Milo watches that you won for yourself. And you've done a very good job to win them. So then, our Milo winning team today, St. Francis de Sales, good pedigree for them. They've done very well at the ESPN School Quiz so far. They move into the North Zone semi-final. On our next program, we feature teams from the South, so do join us on that one as well. Till then, bye.